In a peaceful village called Agboro, life revolved around the harmony of nature and community. Adisa, a man in his 30s, was once a hardworking farmer who loved his mother dearly. But as Adisa grew older, he grew restless. He saw the wealth of city dwellers and envied those who seemed to have everything. Though his mother, Mama Olifunk, taught him the virtues of patience and hard work, Adisa wanted quick riches. Every evening, he watched his fellow villagers live humble lives, while he dreamed of gold and power. One evening, a stranger arrived in Agboro, speaking of distant lands where wealth flowed like rivers. This stranger, known only as Alhaji, wore expensive robes and had the finest horses. Adisa was fascinated by his tales of fortunes made easily through powerful connections and dark magic. Driven by greed, Adisa sought Alhaji's help, asking him to reveal the secret to wealth. Alhaji promised Adisa unimaginable riches but warned him that the price would be a great sacrifice, his mother's life. Adisa was torn, but greed blinded him. Alhaji handed him a small, black talisman and told him, as the full moon rose, Adisa prepared for the ritual. He took his mother to the riverbank, a place they used to visit often when he was younger. Mama Olifunk was frail, but her love for Adisa remained strong, oblivious to his intentions. Adisa placed the black talisman in the water and began to chant the incantation Alhaji had taught him. The air around them grew cold, and a chilling wind blew through the trees. As Adisa uttered the final words of the spell, Mama Olifunk's body suddenly collapsed. Her last words were of love and forgiveness. The next morning, Adisa awoke to find his heart transformed. Gold coins glittered from every corner, and outside, a luxurious palace stood where his simple house had once been. He now had servants, fine clothes, and power beyond his wildest dreams. The villagers of Agboro were in awe of Adisa's sudden wealth, but no one questioned the absence of Mama Olifunk, for Adisa claimed she had gone to visit relatives far away. However, guilt began to gnaw at him. Every night, he heard his mother's voice in the wind, whispering words of sorrow and warning. One evening, as Adisa lay in his lavish bed, he was visited by a shadowy figure in his dreams. It was the spirit of his mother. Her once warm and gentle face now bore an expression of deep sadness. She told him that wealth gained through blood sacrifice would bring nothing but misery. You may have riches, but your soul will never find peace, she warned. Adisa woke up sweating, his heart pounding, but he dismissed it as just a bad dream. He continued to live a life of excess, but strange things began to happen. His gold tarnished, his livestock mysteriously died, and his crops withered. His servants whispered of a curse following him, and soon, the villagers began to avoid him. Adisa became paranoid, isolating himself. One day, as Adisa walked through the village market, he overheard two elderly women speaking about a cleansing ritual performed by the elders of Agboro to rid the land of evil spirits. Adisa, desperate to free himself from the curse, sought the help of the village's spiritual leader, Baba Oden. Baba Oden listened to Adisa's confession with great sorrow. He told Adisa that the only way to break the curse was to truly repent and make amends by performing a selfless act of sacrifice. Adisa, now desperate and broken, agreed to do whatever it took. Baba Odin led him to the sacred forest, where Adisa was instructed to fast for 7 days and nights, seeking forgiveness. The seventh day, the spirits presented Adisa with a choice. He could either lose all his wealth and live a humble life as he had before, or continue to enjoy his riches but remain cursed and haunted forever. Adisa, realizing the emptiness of his riches, chose to give up his wealth. His palace crumbled, the gold vanished, and he returned to the simple life of a farmer. The villagers, unaware of his past, welcomed him back into their midst, and for the first time in years, Adisa felt peace in his heart. The story of Adisa became a warning to all in Agboro and beyond. It taught that wealth gained at the expense of love and human life is a hollow victory. Greed brings nothing but ruin, while true happiness comes from the love and sacrifice of family.